books today. I'm gonna go through each one by one and either pack it or put it in a pile to get rid of. So I have my box down there to pack my books in, and then I have this Bath and Body Works bag that I'm going to use to put the books in that I don't want to keep. So I guess we'll just start from the top and work our way down. It realistically only ends on this shelf here that you see. I have a couple books down there, but for the most part it's just these 4 shelves. First book is Lisa Jewell, Invisible Girl. I'm keeping this. I love Lisa Jewell. Next is In a Holidays, Christina Lauren, keeping this. Then we have Too Good to Be True and The Dating Plan, keeping both of these. Then we have What Comes After and Final Girls, keeping these. Then we have Lock Every Door and Beach Read, keeping both of those. And then while we're on the topic of Emily Henry, this is the book I'm currently reading, so I'm not going to pack it because I'm bringing it with me to my mom's since I'm staying there for 5 days while my husband drives to the new state, and then I'm going to fly with my son to the new state. So I need to keep books out. This is one of them. I have not read either one of these yet, so I'm keeping them. It's Ties That Tether and The Girl in the Mirror. I made sure to tape this box up really well because I don't want anything falling out. I would literally cry if my books got ruined, so I made sure to tape the bottom really well, and I'm going to mark it that it's heavy, and then I'm going to have to leave it up here and my husband's going to have to bring it down because books are heavy. Then we have Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapina. Red, White, and Royal Blue. I will be getting rid of this one. Then we have The Wife Upstairs, which I'm leaving out because I'm going to be reading it while I'm at my mom's. Then Razor Blade Tears. I'm going to pack this up because I'm giving it another chance, so I don't want to get rid of it yet. Then we have A Flicker in the Dark. I'll be keeping this for now. Then we have The Four Winds, Without a Question, keeping this. Then we have Homefront and True Colors, keeping both of these. Then we have The Nightingale and the Great Alone, keeping both of these. Then we have Firefly Lane and Fly Away, keeping both of these. Then we have Winter Garden and Night Road. Haven't read this one yet, so I'm going to be keeping this. This is on my TBR for January, but I'm trying to decide if I want to leave it out or read it when we get there, just because it's a paperback and I get nervous traveling with a paperback. So I think I'm going to pack it for now. Then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I think I'm going to part with this one. Then we have The Survivors by Jane Harper. I'll be keeping this one. Then we have The Silent Patient and The Maidens, both by Alex Michaelides. I'll be keeping both of these. Then we have Every Last Fear and Malibu Rising. I think I'm going to keep, I know I'm keeping this one for sure, but I think I'm going to keep Malibu Rising. Then we have Gone Girl in a Room. I'll be parting with both of these. Then we have The Night She Disappeared and then Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I'll be keeping both. Then we have The Broken Girls, which I'll be keeping, and The Vanishing Half, which I'll also be keeping. Then we have Girl A, which I'll be getting rid of, and The Light Between Oceans, which I'll also be getting rid of. Then we have The Hunting Wives, which I'm keeping, and My Dark Nessa, which I'm keeping. Then we have The Guest List, Little Fires Everywhere, which I'm keeping. Then we have Where the Crawdads Sing, which I'm keeping, and Northern Spy, which I am getting rid of. Then we have The Girl on the Train and A Slow Fire Burning, getting rid of both of these. Then we have Survive the Night, The Last Time I Lied, and Home Before Dark, I'm keeping both of these. Then we have For Your Own Good and 56 Days. I know for sure I'm keeping this, and I can't decide on this one, so I think for now I'm going to keep it. We have Horror Story by Grady Hendrix, which I will be getting rid of. We have The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I'll be keeping this one. Then we have Verity. I'm obviously keeping this one. Then we have While You're Away, which was a book I read like 5 or 6 years ago, and I wanted to reread it, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Then we have My Sister's Keeper and 13 Reasons Why. I'll be getting rid of both of these as well. Then we have The Sundown Motel. I'm keeping that. We have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell and Watching You by Lisa Jewell. I'll be keeping both of these. Then we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'll be keeping this one as well. Then we have more Colleen Hoover. I'm keeping all of these. Then we have My Lovely Wife, keeping this one. Fault in Our Stars, I'll be getting rid of. A House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Mallerman, I'll be keeping this one. In a Book Club Far Away, I enjoyed this one. There was a lot of grammatical errors though, but even if I were to buy it again, it would still be there, so I'm gonna keep it. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, did not care for this book at all. I gave it 2 stars, so I'll be getting rid of this one. The X-Talk and the Unhoneymooners, keeping both. Stephen King, The Institute, keeping this. Attachments, keeping this. The Kite Runner and The Woman in the Window, both were just not good books for me, so I will be getting rid of both these. The Perfect Marriage, keeping this. The Selection series, keeping all of these. Sharp Objects, I'll be getting rid of. Daisy Jones and the Six, keeping this. It Happened One Summer, keeping this. My Sister the Serial Killer, I'll be getting rid of. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, I'll be getting rid of. The Midnight Library, I'll be getting rid of. You Have a Match, I'll be keeping. The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, I will be getting rid of. Sorry, I keep looking down when I say it because I did not expect to get rid of this many books and this bag is already full. Local Woman Missing, I'll be keeping. I thought they were all going to fit in this box and they might not. The Push, I'm keeping. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed and We Were Never Here. Because I can't decide, I'm going to keep both for now. The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon, I'll be keeping. The Lost Apothecary, I'm keeping for sure. This cover is so beautiful and this book was actually very, very good. The Last Thing He Told Me, I'll be getting rid of. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, I'm keeping. Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, I have not read this yet, so I'm keeping that. The Whisper Man in the Shadows, I'll be keeping both. The Burning Girls, I have not read yet, so I'll be keeping this. The Other Black Girl is on my TBR for January, so I'm leaving this out. The Death of Mrs. Westaway, have not read this yet, keeping it. The Turn of the Key, have not read yet, I'll be keeping this. The Woman in Cabin 10, I'll be keeping this. These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends, I'll be keeping both of these because these covers are stunning. Finlay Donovan is Killing It, I'll be keeping this. One of Us is Lying and One of Us is Next, I'll be keeping both of these. The Cousins, I'm keeping. You'll Be the Death of Me, I have not read yet, and it's on my January TBR, so I think I'm going to leave it out. Then we have The Good Girl's Guide to Murders trilogy, keeping all of these. Then we have If the Shoe Fits, I have not read this yet, and the second one comes out this year, so I'll be keeping this. So these are all the books I'll be getting rid of. It's packed full, and I think I ripped the handle a little bit, so that's great. And now, my bookshelf, besides my phone and my bookmarks, is completely empty and it's ready to be wrapped up and packed up, so that's exciting. Thank you so much for watching. The next time I'll see you, I'll be in a new setting. Bye.